The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. So as you can see, the load-in text has updated with the latest news, which is that the Imperial spy in Velen is very much dead. And in any event, I'm just showing off the extended map here. There's quite a lot of it, although not all of it is reachable. Like the edges of the map are not at the edges of what we've got here. Instead, it's sort of this invisible area that is closer to or further from the actual edge of the paper there, depending on where exactly you are. One place I can certainly go to right now is the question marks just to the north, which I figure, I'm in the area, might as well clear them off the map. See what's up here. In the meantime, looks like my main quest is hunting a witch. Although I could also go straight to find the Bloody Baron and have a chat with him about what Ciri's been up to. Interesting shadow on the rock there. Anyway, here we are at an old abandoned lighthouse. You can even tell it's abandoned because there is no light at the top of it. And you can also see what the other question mark around here is. Oh yes, and that the wyvern here is extremely deadly. Much higher level than I am. Because I can see no level, just a big skull. Oh no, actually I can see the level. Sometimes you can't see the level because they're that much higher level than you. But this one is just moderately higher level than me. Because the game tells me I probably shouldn't fight it, but it does give me a level. And something else it's done is trap the wyvern on the other side of this bridge, which I can't drop down from this side. Proper drawbridge. So I can apparently hit it through the wood there, so oh damn it, so can he. Still, I'm hitting him more often than he is, but I'm just doing piddly bits of damage though. 51 per hit, and you can tell that that's not much. Health bars barely cracked a bit, but I don't really see any other way of dealing with this. I mean, maybe I could just be taunted out by running away for a bit and having it take off and fly after me? But it's not doing so. I mean, the music... Oh, nope. Spoke too soon. Wait a second, there it is. Okay, so just after I finished running away, that's when it decided to come out, and... Oh boy. Actually, I don't know why I put the hybrid oil on that. I mean, hybrid oil is for griffins. I believe that's wyvern. Wyverns are draconids. And also, somehow my bombs got unequipped, so I'm just, Yeah, there are two burning bombs, one of which creates a gas that you have to set on fire, either with the burning bomb or with, Igni. And what you saw just there, by the way, is what you see when you press F. You can choose the category by which your inventory is sorted. Or you can press Q and just quick sort based on the type, which I believe is the default. Anyway, here we go. Wyvern's out. Gotta be really careful here. I can take this guy on, but that's because I am loaded up with mutations and level abilities, which is not what you would have at this point in the game at this level in a first run. Which means I'm doing a tremendous amount of damage. And on top of that, I do also have Erendite, and once it's up to level 10, which it is right now, it does double damage and always nails a critical hit. Critical hits do double damage on their own. So, yeah, when you get it up to level 10 and it stays there, it does 4 times damage. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, good, I did not kill myself. And, oh, he's coming after me. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, that skull is still no joke. It finally got a hit in on me and took out about 40% of my health bar in one strike. And that was a weak strike, too. That was just like a quick snap and gone. But hey, this isn't my first rodeo. I'm actually pretty good at this game. My character, Geralt, is loaded up with all kinds of special abilities and attack bonuses. So yeah, Death's Head means nothing to me. I mean, it does in some cases, and we'll get to those cases eventually. But right here and now, that Death's Head don't mean nothing. Not when it's just a wyvern. And yes, even if the attack would overwhelm the amount of damage that Quen can absorb, Quen always absorbs the full amount of damage of each hit it takes. Anyway, I do want to get across this bridge somehow. But obviously just throwing some wind at it is not going to...
Magic. A place of power.
Not going to do what I want. So I'm going to come down here, because I seem to recall that aside from this place of power, there is, in the water, a cave, a cavern, that I can explore. And because, yes, once again, we're dealing with over-leveled drowners underwater, I figured it would be a good and healthy idea to break out the crossbow mutation. Because these guys do half of my health bar in damage. And I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm standing there, but I'm dead. I'm drowning, but I'm dead. So, back to my last load. I am going to put on the Quen Shield decoction, which, if I get hit, if a single hit takes out a huge chunk of my hit points, then I automatically get a Quen Shield applied to me, or that's what's supposed to happen. Also, it occurs to me that I don't actually need to take on all of these drowners if I can manage to get past them. And boy, there's a lot of them. You can see them on the minimap. There's at least 5 hanging around. But regardless, it's a good idea to stand here for a minute, let my health recharge, and then drink a swallow potion. Got just enough, damn it, straight away. yes, I've got just enough toxicity to drink one of those without dying horribly. Ah, dang it. And Swallow is the healing potion. It improves health regeneration, and its health regeneration stacks with that, with the regeneration you get from food items. So my health comes back significantly faster. In any event, I've taken out a few of the drowners, but I've still got 2, and most annoyingly, those 2 are hiding out in the entrance to the cavern that I need to explore in order to get into the lighthouse. But at least they're far away and they're not coming closer. And they are taking damage. And Geralt automatically targets his enemies. And where did you come from? You weren't there before. Can't fool me. Okay.
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Yes, we are all aware of that, Geralt, as are you. You have already drawn from it. Right, into the cavern we go. Past the bodies of the drowners I killed. And onto the shore. Where am I? Oh man, that's some nice stuff here. Oh, and there's the way up. Ooh, and a ladder. Trying a bunch of buttons there, but none of them were working right. Maybe an old hand at this game, but the controls are still unfamiliar at this point. So, looks like we're in the lighthouse proper now. Oh man, a lot of good stuff they've got in here. This place was abandoned with a lot of stuff still inside it. Including what looks like a whetstone. So, whetstones and... Whoops. Whetstones and armor benches allow you to enhance your items. Slightly, but significantly. And now I don't have to do all of that nonsense with the drowners again. But yes, I believe it's like a 10% bonus to your armor and a 10% bonus to your attack. And it lasts a fairly long time. It's not the sort of thing that you really need to go out of your way to find, but if you happen to spot one in the neighborhood, it's, well, it's not such a bad idea. Dobromie's journal. Looks like the lighthouse keeping family is unhappy with his lot in life, or the son of the lighthouse keeper is unhappy with his lot in life and wants to do something else with it. Not sure if that's him, but might be. Probably happened when that griffin moved into the neighborhood. Decided to grab the most easy to spot snack. And by the way, while you cannot jump and attach yourself to a ladder the way you can in some other games, what you can do is jump down from a ladder just by pressing the jump button while you're on one. It's a quicker way down. Not that quick, especially because if you try to make it too quick, you just straight up die. Hey, legendary Griffin Steel Sword. And yeah, so throughout the two large areas of this game, you will find a variety of Witcher enhancement items. A little bit too high there. A variety of Witcher diagrams, which will allow you to create Witcher swords and armor. As you can see, I'm wearing the Wolven sword. The Wolven steel sword and armor. But that's from the last game. So now, in this game, they're all called legendary whatevers. And you gotta find them all over again and build them all over again, and their levels will be better than what they were, and more importantly, the bonuses they give you are actually better than the normal items. Like, so armor and weapons, aside from granting you just the basic attack power and armor, they also come with special abilities. And the finally. Ah, damn it, it's just... Oh! What the... Not sure what popped just now, but it boosted my sword, so I'm not going to complain. Anyway, so the thing is that the New Game Plus Witcher equipment is legendary and provides better numerical bonuses than the regular armor would at the same equivalent level. So it is just a straight up upgrade. I'll take a look at this eventually once we finally get up to the superior mastercrafted stuff, so you can really compare it to the more basic equipment that I've still got tucked away in my stash. There are a lot of harpies in these here mountains. They can be hard to deal with because they do a lot of flying. Not a lot of range right now. Yeah, they do a lot of flying, so they do a lot of zipping in and snapping at you, then zipping out of range. You can knock them out of the sky with a, oh, hello there. Yeah, you can knock them out of the sky by, hitting them with a crossbow bolt. Now this guy actually is a hybrid. Oh wait, yes, Basilisk. Hybrid. Yeah. Flying enemies, if you can tag them, you can knock them out of the sky. Otherwise, they will use their improved mobility to get the heck around you. Do some slam attacks out of the sky. Now, the problem is that, number one, even on the ground, they are very good at spinning, keeping up with you. And when they swing with their wings, it can hit huge area around them. Like, the best place you can be when it's making that swing is rolling, because you've got invulnerable frames when you roll. But anyway, it appears that the basilisk there was the guardian who was protecting that guarded treasure. And now that that's dealt with, the peninsula up this way is pretty much taken care of. Now, there does appear to be a quest available on the north side of the main division of the Pontar here. But it's not a good idea to cross that section of the river. I mean, this whole area here is one big swamp, because the Pontar around here has a massive delta that in the books is acknowledged as constantly shifting as sediment builds up in some areas, and that causes the river to change course and cut through another pile of sediment and create a new course for itself. Unfortunately, the game is not able to be quite so dynamic in that sense, but you still definitely get the impression that this is a saline delta, a swamp, vast wetland. Sort of like the Nile River Delta, just a bit smaller. Or like the Mississippi Delta at the tail end of Louisiana. Oh, I hear some monsters. You can see them on the minimap too. Not quite sure what I'm looking at. Also, I've got a whole bunch of improved saddlebags and equipment here. But yeah, sadly it is all static. I'm not quite sure what I'm facing over there, so I put a couple oils on there. Oh, yeah, and also reactivated Bloodbath. And sadly... Oh, it's Neckers. Sadly, once the time comes for me to upgrade to legendary armor, I will lose that that bonus I get with the oils for having 4 pieces of Witcher equipment on. Oh no, you don't. Man, there's a lot of neckers around here. There we go. Powered it up again. Yeah, if I want to keep powering up, I better go after as many of these neckers as I can. Damn. Hit so many of them that my sword is getting weak. You can tell because it's turned red on the left there. But before I deal with that, still plenty of neckers around. Still plenty of opportunities for me to improve my sword. Alright, up to 6, but I only see 1 left. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, it certainly is not. Damn. But yes, you can see that the diagram on the left there has room for both types of sword and every piece of armor. If it gets weak enough, then it will turn red. That's your warning that it's starting to lose a significant amount of durability. And so that's the time to start applying some of these Armorsmith and Blacksmith packs to it. Now you can see I applied amateur weapon repair kits. That's 15 each. And that was enough to get me up to 92%. Might as well put one on the steel weapon there. It's also taking some damage. And, you know, for that matter, the legendary Viper sword is an improvement over the sword I've got. I mean, I'm hanging on to the one I've got, but mostly out of a sense of nostalgia. It was the final steel weapon I used in the original game. That I took this, the original save file that I used for this New Game Plus. And, you know, so long as it's dealing a fair amount of damage, might as well hang on to it. Ah, Bilge Hag. One of the lesser hags. Damn it. Ah, dang. So, hags are one of the necrophage types of enemies. Oh, gotta be careful there. Don't want to lose my 10 charge, especially against such an overpowered enemy. Oh, hit me with that mud. And that's what it looks like when that happens. Like, when you get hit by the mud, it does not actually harm you. What it does is cover part of your screen so it's hard to see, and it slows Geralt down for a bit. Luckily, both of those effects end fairly rapidly. But yes, bilge hags are a type of necrophage, at least in terms of what kind of weapons, or what kind of poison works best on it. Gotta be careful, because that's sort of the opposite side of the river there, and I'm already running into a lot of powerful enemies up here, without even crossing the Pontar. But yes, what's significant here is that this section of the Pontar that sort of divides Velen from Novigrad is also the active front line of the war. Oh, spoils of war. Means that there's a bunch of junk at the bottom of the river here that I can pick up. Might be worth something. Along with all of this junk out along the coast, which really isn't worth anything. There should be at least one good thing down here in the depths. That's why there's a white question mark. And oh! One shot and he's down. That drowner had much fewer hit points than the other ones I've been finding. Yeah, level 58, that'll do it. It's like 10 levels lower than the other drowners. Alright. Cleared out the enemy, so I might as well start taking a look around here. Now, the floating treasure is nothing to really write home about. Now, if you want floating treasure, you're going to have to look for the smuggler's caches. Spoils of war, you look down at the bottom of the area, the water. And yep, looks like that must have grabbed all of the important chests because question marks turn gray. Yeah, based on the timing, I believe that the whetstone enhancement and the armor table enhancement are 10 minutes. Alright, looks like we've got basically everything we needed to. We're just running across the picket line here. Across the relatively shallow and narrow section of the Pontar, which could be crossed by an army. Not exactly a ford, but still crossable. And I've got quite a ways to go to reach the next question mark I'm intent on clearing. So I figured I'd summon the horse, and if nothing else, test how fast it can catch up to me. Which is not fast at all. Come on, Roach. Jeez. Alright, now we're on horseback. Now we're riding much faster. Not even sure what that was. Don't really care. Aha, here we are. Good old-fashioned Bandit Camp.
Kill if you love the gods!
Pathetic.
Oh, you witch fucker!
Oops. Accidentally ran up that tent for a bit. Man. Yeah, some of the areas in this game are much more dangerous than other areas, and confusingly, there is no any sort of step-up or intermediate region. You just, if you wander too far, you will find things with skulls over their health bar, and you'd best watch your step or run away. Or be like me, and play through a second time, so that all of your level abilities actually let you keep up, even though the level is much higher than the one attached to your character sheet. Alright, I think that was it for this bandit camp. Not much to it. So, I can keep going east from here, clear out all of these question marks along the border. Or I could go south down to Crow's Perch, which would get me further into the game. Or over to Mid-Cops, which is same thing. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to deal with a bunch of dogs. But yes, instead I've decided to head east and start clearing more question marks. Just get right through the inn at the crossroads here. Things have calmed down significantly since the last time I was here.
Got eyes like a cat.
And so yes, by continuing in this direction, I should find a few more question marks, and also a few more waypoints that I can use for fast travel in the future. So I figured if nothing else, I should find out what this building's all about, since it doesn't have a question mark on it. And looks like there's a dog and an exclamation point, which means that there is a minor quest nearby. Is there a bunch of kids in here?
Come out. I'm not gonna hurt you. When did you last eat?
A week back. Half a charred squirrel and a handful of berries.
Third question seems pretty self-evident. Gold would just make them bigger targets, so...
Here. Be sure to share it with the others.
Thank you. Here, for you. For your kindness.
And hey, now they're outside. And they can eat that dog.
Hungry.
I mean, yeah, ideally they wouldn't eat the dog. But this is far from being an ideal situation. A bunch of war orphans with no one to care for them, just all holed up together, providing mutual support as best they can. So yeah, if a piece of meat happens to die just outside their, just outside the place where they're taking shelter, then yeah, they're gonna eat it. I believe that remark was generic, and not a way for the kids to have gotten one over on Geralt. Not that they really needed to. I mean, regardless of how often they're getting food, they're in a situation where there's never such a thing as too much food. Anyway, so there is a war going on, but they're currently in between fighting. I believe this is currently spring. And so everybody is mustering for the next campaign, for the next summer campaign. And as such, there is still a peace, or at least a ceasefire, that is separating the Redanians and the Nilfgaardians. And this one wasn't yellow, but it does appear to have a mission for me to pick up. And I certainly haven't been here before, so I should probably find a few question marks as well. Anyway, that's all the generic notices. Now here's the contract. Woodland Beast. Sounds serious. For everyone. Also, there's an exclamation point back this way.
They traded the baubles for victuals at the castle. For that, he was cursed.
You look awful.
The guard lost all his heir, and now he awaits death.
A truth.
They got a sack of milk from the ladies. So I need to set one of two they left at the woods.
Tis the younger.
My sis said the same.
Passes in the noble grade. Won't find them cheaper anywhere else. Interest you in a pass? Cheapest around, right here.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
You don't know. Redanians hold all the fords across the Pontar. Can't get through without a pass. But you're in luck. So happens I've got a few to sell.
What? Could dress up like Radovid and buy a gilded carriage for that much.
What am I to do if you can't afford it?
You can lower the price.
No deal.
Whoa, hold up. Might have a little work for you. Reduce the price for a job well done, eh?
What kind of work?
Nearby. Just to the southeast. My sister's husband's got a business. He and some lads tidy up battlefields. Problem is, there's always swarms of shite bothering them. You know, them monsters drawn to corpses. Give them some protection, and I'll swing you one beautiful discount.
Might as well. It's more interesting than just paying.
All right, see what I can do.
Also, that guy with a cough should really have someone look at that.
Can't lose hope.
Bloody dear, these tariffs.
It's the king who sets them, not me.
But you decide who passes, not Radovid. Perhaps we might reach an understanding here.
We could talk it, I suppose. But all are dry, like this.
Okay, bring the corporal a cup.
What corporal? I'm but a common private.
One up for promotion, clearly. Why, you've an officer's manner, and the wise head to go with it.
Blatant flattery. I'd say go more subtle, but it seems like the soldier was into it. Anyway, got the battlefield over here. And, yeah, necrophages attacking them. People standing on them. Looks like that's the man in question.
What is it?
Got work for you, because you look to me eyes like a witcher. Am I right?
What do you need?
Need from the men to finish their work unharmed. But we got corpse eaters coming out all the while. Rid us of them, and we'll give you a share.
Deal.
Alright. I mean, well, if he and his crew are gonna pay me as well, sure. Question is, where are those necrophages gonna come from? Well, at least I know where they are gonna be, so I can, oil my blade up properly for this. Oh, here they come. Huh. Got no contact sounds out of that one. Nice. Powered up my sword again. Still got some catching up to do. Got a whole bunch of levels from the end of White Orchard. Oh. Going from the same direction, looks like. Should wait for them to get closer so they don't get past me. Alright. Oh, yep, sure enough. Trying to go for it. I do believe you get a penalty to this mission if some of them die. Some of the people you're protecting. At the very least, you will fail the mission if they all die. Okay, looks like they're all coming from the same direction, which is... At least that's something positive. Oh, rot fiends. Gotta be careful about them. Nice. Instant death. Alright. Looks like that red dot there is a mounted bandit. Not something I have to worry about right now.
Breaking twain.
Oh, here comes the next wave. Ah, crap, they're going for it. Get back here. Good. Oh, and that did it. Great, now I can take some time to actually gather up all of the monster body parts here. And we're done. So, now let's get paid.
Wow, you did good, Witcher. Here, your share for your toil.
Nice. Alright, let's see if I can, what kind of discount we'll get. Oh, only 50 crowns. I guess it wasn't that much work.
My sis said the same.
Oh, you again. Looking for a pass? I got a special price for you.
What's your offer then? Because I already ran into your brother-in-law. He and his men can work in peace.
Ah, well then, that changes everything.
Oh, that is a big discount.
That's better.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Alright, let's have a look at this pass. Thus speaketh I, King Radovid V, called the stern by some, a man too busy to go about applying my royal seal to trivialities like this pass. Huh. I'm not sure who that's going to fool. And in any event, I don't need to go north across the river just yet. So there's really no actual need to... Oh, you're a bandit. Oh, and down he goes. But yeah, no real need to actually test out whether or not the pass would work. And I believe it works at some locations, but not others, if I'm recalling this right. Alright, all you bandits coming at me. Alright. Tried doing the spinny thing, but it did not work out quite as well as I'd hoped. And did the guy with the axe just die from attacking me? Huh. Anyway, what we've got over here is, well, one last deserter. Catch my breath. It's not the breath you should be worrying about there, fellow. Yes, what we've got here is a person in distress. That's what the cage symbol means on the minimap.
Look for me stall by the bridge across the Pontar. Got goods for the army mostly, but I'll make an exception for you.
And yes, when you free the person in distress... Huh. Didn't draw my sword automatically for some reason. Yes, when you free the person in distress, they are pretty much always a merchant of some sort that Geralt can interact with. Alright, got one more question mark, and then we'll be right back where we started, by underneath the Hangman's Tree. Huh. Even more mounted bandits. Doesn't seem like they can block properly. And that guy just died from the bleeding. Now, fortunately, there's pretty much no way for you to accidentally kill a horse. Every time Geralt attacks a mounted enemy, he will always target the enemy and not the horse it's riding on. Alright, that takes us to the question mark I picked, and oh, it's a monster den. Interesting. I'll just get my steel oils back on. And my most generic silver oils. Ogrids and necrophages. In this case, it appears to be ogrids. Nice. It's just rolling downhill. Alright, got all kinds of nice stuff up here. Generic diagrams. And then down into the cave, we're bound to find more ogrids. More neckers. Pretty dark here, but not too dark to see.
How you like that silver?
Oh, got one instant death again. Nice. Alright, and that's all their goos. Looks like they had a stew going on. Oh, hello there. Greater runestone just lying around. Again, another benefit of being a New Game Plus. All the generic equipment is just full of all kinds of good stuff. Alright. I think that may have been the chest I needed to get to gray this area out. So let's just head back. No, wait. It's still white. The marker is still white. There's still something around here I need to grab to clear out the monster den. Not seeing anything up here above it, except some monsters. But then there is this scaffolding here. Very careful, but there might be some chests up. Oh, yeah, there's something. No, still white. The indicator is still white. I have not found everything I needed to. Oh, hey, hello. 3 chests. Oh, including a lot of superior legendary Ursine diagrams. Superior is tier 3. It goes regular, enhanced, superior, master, and finally grandmaster. Now, as I was saying before, I will no longer get a bonus in the future because Grandmaster equipment can only be forged in the Blood and Wine DLC. And Grandmaster is the only kind of Witcher armor that gets those bonuses. Before that point, all of the other tiers, the other 4 tiers, don't provide any sort of matching set bonuses. Kinda sad. But then the matching set bonuses aren't... Well, they're unique. They're unique in what they let you do. But at least for my playstyle, they're not actually that useful. What is useful for me is either better armor or better attack power, and that's something you don't need a unique armor set to do. Now, the oils thing is kind of helpful, but even then, that's just only right now, only when I'm still relatively low level compared to the area. Because I am a 100% completionist for this kind of game. That usually means that when I actually face the latter stages of an area, of the main quest, I tear it to shreds because my level is so much higher than what the game expects or needs me to be. Anyway, looks like what we've got here is a rather intricate bandit camp built out of some kind of quarry. Hey, they've even got farm animals here. Pigs and goats and such. So, let's start clearing the place out. Damn. Blood got everywhere with that one.
Any last words?
By the way, enemies with single-handed weapons can block, but if you hit them often enough, they will run out of stamina and no longer be able to block. Now, technically that's true about shield carriers as well. But the thing about... Whoops. Did not mean to kill the goat as well. Oh well.
Let's dance.
But yes, shield carriers can also be knocked out of stamina, at which point they drop their shields entirely, but doing so is sort of the hardest way of dealing with them, I've found. It's much easier to just counter them and strike them when they're staggering back repeatedly. And the ones with the two-handed weapons are the trickiest, because they can counter-strike. Yeah, they can counter-strike you when you're attacking them. And that just sort of hits you with that sort of gray vision for a second, and Geralt staggers back. And you usually have just enough time to dodge out of the way, or to recover and then dodge out of the way, in order to avoid getting hit. But one benefit of Flurry, by the way, is that it's pretty much impossible to counter. Oh, yeah, that's them countering, you just saw. Now, the other thing is that a Geralt cannot counterattack a strike with a two-handed weapon, so your only recourse is to dodge out of the way, or roll out of the way. On the bright side, they are relatively easy to get behind, or get to an angle where they can't block you. So, you know, there's that. Oh yes, and there are also some late-game enemies, which are also equipped with single-handed weapons, but are accomplished duelists. And so they are able to, well, their stamina doesn't run out nearly as fast as normal one-handed weapon wielders. And they also have the ability to counterattack you. So yeah, you really gotta watch out for how fast their stamina bar depletes in that case. Because they look pretty much the same, aside from that part. Seems like the place is flooded since the last time it was used. Seems like there should be something back there. There's a map back there, but whatever it is, it's not available right now. Anyway, I had killed everyone there, and dealt with a whole lot of bandits. Or dealt with a whole lot of objects, killed all the bandits. But you guys didn't need to see me clearing the place out, so I decided to skip ahead. And so here I am, running through the wilderness, past what sounds like another necker nest. So, let's see here. Yep, let's get another, get some more oil on my silver sword. See if I can't give it another boost or two. The thing about the roll is that moving farther makes you safer, and it makes you safe from a larger number of monster attacks. Nice. But it also puts you farther away from your enemies, which means that you have to close the distance again before you can start striking them. Geralt does a lot of jumping forward with each blow, but even he can only clear so much distance per strike. Alright, I'm up to a level 6 charge now. Nice, that did it. You can see it, I did it before I struck 5 more times even. Because each time I hit an enemy with my sword, that counts as 1 strike. And if Geralt only has to swing once to hit 2 monsters, that'll do it. Speaking of doing it, I am 3 more charges away from fully powering up my sword now. But before then, I've got some more body parts to collect. Which I should see about this merchant over here.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind.
Let's see. That's interesting. It's not all he's got that's interesting, though.
Farewell.
But yeah, you didn't need to see all of the loot stuff I just did. Not when this episode's been going on for long enough, so that's it for today.